that Moshe Rabbeinu changed the name of Hosea to Yehoshua. Not Yeshua, that's a different religion, but from Hosea to Yehoshua. Right? Yeshua is, in English,
Joshua?
Jesus.
Yeshua?
I'm saying, they call him Yeshua. Yeshu, some say, but I think they call him. I think they call him Yeshua. All right, whatever. So let's go back. The name of Hosea was changed to Yehoshua. Why? Where did Yud come from? Because when you add the Yud to the existing Hey, this is Parsha, it's changed to like Kah. That Hashem should save him from the bad counsel of the spies. Good? You hear how it worked? You had a Hey there from Hosea. You added the Yud, Yehoshua. Now you have Yud, Hey. You have Hashem.
Why are you talking about Yeshua? Jesus.
We're not talking about Jesus. I made a joke.
That was a side point.
I know.
So basically, Havaya.
Hosea became Yehoshua.
There is a Hashem in the world.
I just said not to be confused with Yeshua, because that is somebody else. Okay, Shlomo.
He's talking about Jesus.
So, okay, Hosea became Yehoshua. Question is, why did Moshe Rabbeinu daven for Yehoshua and not for the other Meraglim?
Because Yeshua was the assistant.
Kalev also or not?
Not Kalev.
Yeshua was the assistant.
Wait, we had a Hoshmuz about this a few weeks ago. Very good. Very good. So, what are you saying? You're saying that he cared more about Yeshua than about this other Talmudim?
No, he's more worthy.
If he's more worthy to have Moshe Rabbeinu daven for him.
Maybe by Nevorah he knew which one would listen to him.
Because of what he did.
Okay, what are you saying?
I mean, he probably thought that at least Yehoshua would have a chance. Maybe by the 10 they're already predisposed.
He gave up on everybody else.
Meaning you can't like daven for somebody to, I guess, give up their real opinion. I think you just daven to Yehoshua that he shouldn't be getting any influence.
Why did he daven for everybody else? I'm not sure what you're saying.
Maybe there was no chance to help them.
It's not a Torah Hashkafa. Torah Hashkafa is that there's always a chance.
That's true.
No. Okay.
So don't worry about that. We see that also. Sorry. We'll say that.
So the pshat that Shmuel Zev just said, the Kilas Yitzchak says it's a doiche. I'm not saying it. This pshat, he said, he cared more about Yehoshua because Yehoshua was his
I didn't say care.
prize Talmud. But the other ones, he didn't care so much about. The Kilas Yitzchak says that's a doiche. Okay. But why? Because Moshe Rabbeinu was Rabbi Shei Yisrael. He loved everybody the same. He didn't show favoritism.
But he did.
How did he?
How did he answer how he didn't show favoritism? It was his main Talmud, so we only davened for him.
I'm gonna say. What do you mean? I asked the question. Why did daven for Yehoshua and not for the rest of the spies? You gave your answer, which I don't really understand because I don't think that's the Torah Hashkafa. There is nothing's beyond tefillah. Everything, it's a daven for everything. Shmuel gave an answer, which I'm also questioning because you don't see that he showed favoritism. That would be a chesaron in Moshe Rabbeinu to show favoritism.
I think he was trying to teach the other Meraglim a lesson by him choosing Yehoshua. What he did.
So there is going to be. We're going to learn out a beautiful lesson from this story. Not quite what Shmuel is saying, but we are going to learn out. He says a wonderful insight. The other two words into this kasha, but this is a very interesting insight. So we're gonna learn this. But I'm just trying to show why it could be that this child is not so good because that would be chesaron of Moshe Rabbeinu. You're saying would be chesaron? He's teaching a lesson. Okay, so this is gonna be a different lesson that we're gonna learn out from this. But I'm just saying. But to say that he cared more about Yehoshua than everybody else, that would be a chesaron in Moshe Rabbeinu's midas. So we don't want to learn like that. Okay. And also, Shmuel asked you a kasha before that you asked me today on the base Yitzchak.
Yes.
What do you need the citrus for? Shmuel asked the same kasha. Okay. So what do you need it for? You have the citrus. He asked that kasha, and just like I answered you, I answered him too. Okay. So. So it's very fair to say that because Shlomo, if you had a problem, if you had a chash, if you had a concern that they would do the wrong thing, you should have davened for them also. So it can't be that there was a difference in his attitude towards them from Yehoshua to everybody else. They were the Rosh B'nai Yisrael. They were the heads of B'nai Yisrael. So if he had a problem with them, if he thought that they would sin, he would daven for them also. So it couldn't be that he had favoritism for Yehoshua. Okay. So it has to be that there was a concern that applied to Yehoshua that did not apply to the other Meraglim. For Yehoshua, we have to daven, because Yehoshua, without my davening, he's gonna sin. And you see what happened? He davened and he saved Yehoshua from sinning. Yehoshua was not one of the bad spies. There were 12 spies. 2 of them were considered good, Yehoshua and Kalev. 10 of them were considered bad. Right?
He's considered the link.
So Yehoshua was definitely a concern to him. The other ones he wasn't concerned with. That's why he didn't daven for them. That's the shot that we can say now. I'm gonna explain it. But this is the mahalach that we're saying. Not like anything before. We're saying, this is the mahalach. This is where we're heading. The shot is, he was concerned about Yehoshua. The other ones he wasn't concerned about. Now he was wrong about that part because they did sin, but he was right that by him davening for Yehoshua, that would save Yehoshua.
I think he should have been concerned because they did sin. He should have been concerned about them because they ended. If he was concerned,
the mahalach that we're saying now is that the reason why he davened for Yehoshua, and I'm going to explain it, is Yehoshua he had to daven for. Because Yehoshua, without his davening, there would be a problem. There was something that he had bigger concern than the other ones. That's where he felt for them. They may have to daven. The other ones, I don't have to daven for them. They're going to realize on their own, and they're not going to sin. I'm just saying he was wrong. The Ma'aseh Yehoshua did not sin, maybe because of his davening, and the other ones did sin. So he was wrong. He should have davened for them also. But I'm just going to explain this mahalach. What he was thinking was, Yehoshua, I have to daven for, because there'll be a greater chance of him sinning. But the other ones, they don't need me to daven. They'll be okay without me. So now, what does this mean? What is this mahalach? What's the chilek between Yehoshua and everybody else? Just pointing out that you might ask, I'm preventing Shmuel from asking me, but Lamaisa, he was wrong. I mean, yes, he was wrong. I think, because in the end they did sin. Maybe if he would have davened for them, he would have prevented them also. Okay, so now we're going to explain, what is this mahalach? What is the concern that he had with Yehoshua that he didn't have with the other Meraglim? What is this concern? Okay? Rabbi Stein, want to take a shot at this? Okay. There are 2 types of averos. The 2 types of sins. There's an avera kipshuto, the regular sin. Person knows it's an avera, but he has a hard time preventing himself from sinning. It's a horror gets to him. He has a hard time. There's another category of sin. You tell me which one's worse. Not that he knows it's an avera, but he can't hold himself back.
He doesn't know.
He thinks it's a mitzvah. He thinks that what he's doing is a mitzvah. Which one you have to be more concerned with? Of course. When you think you're doing a mitzvah,
it's a problem.
Why should I stop from doing it? I'm not going to be parish from it. I'm doing a mitzvah. In the first category, since he knows it's an avera, there's hope that over time he'll do tshuva because he's realizing that it's coming from the Yitzhak. But the second category, when the guy thinks he's doing a mitzvah, there's no hope. Why would he do tshuva? Excuse me. Why would he do tshuva? He's doing a mitzvah. Forget. The more and harder it is for him to do this avera, he'll work harder. The from tzara agra. He's going to run after it. You hear it? Now, you have to say one more cheshbon, then we're going to answer the question. Which one was which? Okay, it's not fair because you might not know this information, but you want to take a guess? Which one was Yehoshua and which one was the other Meraglim? Yehoshua was the mitzvah boy, and the other ones were the Avera boy. Shlomo, are you with Shmuel or against him? With him or against him?
I mean, according to the logic that you built out.
It's a yes or no question. I don't know why. Are you with him or against him? I gave him two choices. No, he didn't explain it. I'm going to explain it after the Shmaya what it means, why. But he was right. It was 50-50 choice. He was right.
Oh, yeah. It wasn't a 50-50.
Yeah.
I didn't guess. Based on the logic.
50-50 choice. I didn't say it was a guess.
100% because I understood the logic.
It was a 50-50.
Is it a 50-50 if I was able to correspond the logic into this?
Of course it's 50-50. Of course it is.
Because that's what's rolling the dice. I didn't
say that. 50-50 doesn't mean that it's you have two choices. It's either one or the other.
I can't control.
This is also 50-50. Let's discuss this another time. Now, so you agree with Shmuel. Okay, so you're both correct. And I'll explain why. This, as follows. Yehoshua was the mitzvah boy. Yehoshua, what was his problem? I mean, what would be his problem? Yehoshua heard a nevuah that Eldad and Medad in last week's Parsha. They said, Moshe is going to die. Yehoshua is going to take us into Eretz Yisrael. When Yehoshua heard that, he got mad, and he said, Moshe Rabbeinu, destroy them. That's chutzpah. Why are you saying that, right? Now, when would this happen? This would happen once they enter Eretz Yisrael. So Moshe Rabbeinu was concerned that Yehoshua would mess up the entry of the Bnei Yisrael into Eretz Yisrael via the Meraglim. Oh, it's a bad place, let's not go. What would Yehoshua accomplish by doing that? Because then Moshe Rabbeinu would live longer. This concept of Moshe Rabbeinu dying and Yehoshua taking over would take place once the Jewish people moved to Eretz Yisrael. If Yehoshua can do something to prevent this from happening, or even to prolong it, even if it has to happen, but to prolong it, Moshe Rabbeinu will live longer, and that's what Yehoshua would want. Now, if that would be his cheshbon, would that be he's trying to do an avera, the Yetzer Hara is getting to him? Or would that be a l'shem shemayim? It would be a mitzvah. As Shmuel said, that would clearly be a mitzvah in his mind. I'm doing avera, of course they're on Eretz Yisrael. Hashem told you it's good, and you're going to not go in or prevent people from going in or prolonging it. It's not the right thing, but it comes from that you think you're doing the right thing. You think you're doing the right thing. It's obviously wrong, but it's an avera, which is really, you think it's a mitzvah. Good? So that he was afraid of. Now, the Meraglim, what was their issue? They were the Nesim. They were the heads of the tribes. The Zohar says, by the way, I don't learn Kabbalah, okay? But I'm just, Zohar says that what they were afraid was that they would lose their leadership positions once they entered Eretz Yisrael. Oh, we discussed this last year, I think. We discussed this. Remember?
Probably after that.
Right, it was you interview. I mean, brought over Rabbi Horowitz. And we didn't say it has been, but somehow that was the Kabbalah. That they were afraid that they were going to lose their leadership positions. Is that a avera with a mitzvah? Or is that pure avera? Covered. You know the three most important words in real estate?
Location.
Over here, what is it? Covered. Shmuel, help me out here. Covered and location. No, it's covered.
Actually, kavod.
You hear this? When you're thank you, Mr. Modern Orthodox pronunciation. Kavod, okay? So we're gonna miss him. Now, this mitzvah, this avera, is the Yetzer Hara. It's kavod. So Moshe Rabbeinu says to Kilas Yitzchak, what a beautiful insight, Shmuel. They don't need me to daven for them. They're gonna realize that when they're doing this avera, it's because of the Yetzer Hara. So they're gonna be punished themselves. It's only because they don't want to lose their leadership positions when they enter Eretz Yisrael. And avera, which is only the Yetzer Hara getting to you, once you realize that it's the Yetzer Hara that's getting to you, such people, at a high level, they'll be Pirish. That Moshe Rabbeinu wasn't afraid of. Like I said, I know you're going to ask, I'll say it again, he was wrong. But his judgment was that type of Yetzer Hara, I'm not worried about. But Yehoshua, remember I said before, Yeshua's cheshbon was a mitzvah cheshbon. I'm going to prevent them from going to Eretz Yisrael because I don't want Moshe Rabbeinu to die, my Rebbe, my master. I'm going to prolong it, or I'm going to push it off altogether. That he was more afraid of. Okay? The Yetzer Hara of the Avera, which is a pure Avera, unadulterated Avera, an Avera, pardon the pun, unadulterated Avera. Avera is an Avera. That, you know it's an Avera, hopefully you'll be punished from it. An Avera, which is turned into a mitzvah, that needs the extra davening for. And that's why he davened for Yehoshua, and he didn't daven for the rest of the Mirad. Thanks for coming.